this is why Isaac is like my guy. Like Isaac is like, that is my idol. Because he got into that situation. And then in 7 years, he got himself proficient enough to be able to represent someone who was dealing with the same situation he was dealing with, which was a life sentence for kingpin. And he didn't get the guy out, but he did get the guy, he got a law put on the books. In his representation of this appeal, he set a precedence, and they put the law on the books, right? He effectively argued a point to the point where they said, you're right, that should be this way. Then he came back and represented another guy who was also on a kingpin charge and used that law and got him out. Wow. Then he got himself back in court, got the cop who arrested him on the stand and matlocked him. For all y'all who are too young to know what Matlock is, Matlock was this
Matlock
lawyer
is one of the best lawyers of all time.
Yo, this guy would get you on the stand, and as soon as you start telling yourself left or right. Immediately start.
I got something better than that. Columbo knows you did
Columbo.
the whole show.
Yep. Yeah, he did the whole show. Yeah, he just dragging it out for fun.
Yeah.
But see, watching things like that helped me to develop my proficiency for critical thinking. Is that too?
Well, I'm gonna say it to you again. I'm decently smart, but you super smart. And you actually trying to belittle me in front of my fans now.
I'm not.
Fuck you.
I'm not.
I'm gonna say, fuck
I'm
you.
not.
Fuck you. Move it along.
So,
hurry up as I'm going along.
Dude
trying to belittle
killed
me
it.
now, man.
Yeah, dude got him on the stand. The cop told on everybody. The prosecutor goes to jail. The judge goes to jail, right?
Okay.
And then the prosecutor goes on the run. And when they catch the prosecutor, he is in this town in Nevada, a little gambling town, the fake ID and all that. Mm-hmm. But this is early cell phone times. So they track him on his cell phone. They find him, he run around fake ID, drugging, drinking, whatever. Now, when he got arrested, him and his wife got arrested because of what they were doing. What they were doing was they were putting cases on people and then going for their shit. They put a case on you, take your cars, your boats, your land, all that, whatever. And then they put it up for auction, but don't nobody know about the auction. Then their wives come and buy your $60,000 Corvette for $4,000, $2,000.
Oh, motherfucker.
They were doing it with property, with land, all type of shit, right? And they said he was doing this shit from the moment he got in office. And he had the reputation for being like the most staunch legal eagle, like he was Mr. really straight laced, whatever, and the dirtiest of them all. So when they find this guy in this town, he's on America's Most Wanted. So they're standing there, the marshals are standing in the doorway. He got the door open. He's inside of the motel room. He's in his drawers. He got a gun to his head. They stand there holding the guns at him, threatening to shoot him if he shoots himself. So the cameras are behind the marshals. They're going, come on, it's over, you gotta go, let's go. He goes, I can't do 10 years. He's giving out life like candy. I can't do 10 years for what I actually did. Although I'm giving people life for things they didn't do. And kills himself in America's Most Wanted.
Damn.
Now, that is what we call the coup de grace. Yeah? So, Isaac, I've had other people that have, like Eric Bozeman. Eric Bozeman, he defended himself in court against the 848, the big bad wolf of all charges, and won. Beat the 848.
It was RICO charge, right?
Huh? Yeah.
It was RICO.
Yeah. And he beat that charge, right? But they killed him on all the lesser charges. You know how they, like charges which you might not get more than 3 years for, whatever. Yeah. They maxed him on all of them. You know what I mean? Isaac is a bad motherfucker, man. Seriously. Even now, the things he's doing now. We were just down at his house in Miami, a spot in Miami. And he was telling me about some a case that he had recently did and how he flipped it. Still, they made him, bro, they put him through every ringer you could think of. They tried everything they could to keep him from being a lawyer. Took him 9 years. When I introduced him to Meech, I had him come down to Miami because he was going to a special law class, a law project where they were doing like what would be a year's worth of work. They were doing like 2 months. And then you had to pass a certain test to show you were proficient in this information before you can go to the next level. It was an expedited law program. It started with 56 people. I think it ended with like 11 people.
You like your joint,
He's one of them, right?
I like when you high.
Now slow down.
Everybody high, but he don't want to smoke.
Oh, ain't that some shit?
I used to smoke years ago.
He smoked me one time in Miami. And oh my
You gotta
God.
smoke in Miami.
My man don't smoke more. He good.
I was great. Great don't like when I said, see my brother? He don't want me smoking. I pull over, Great don't want me
When we smoked, we fell asleep by the light.
Great don't want me smoking. I just chill. So listen, there's something I want to ask you. So now, is there anybody who tried to bully the way?